Does today's youth deserve decent music? Hello, my Mercurial mercenaries. Just an off-the-cuff Saturday show topic. Does today's youth deserve intelligent, thought-out, composed, decent music? The reason I ask this is because recently I did a series on the Mercury Music Prize. It's still available on the channel. You can go there, listen to it. A series of audio-only podcasts. And I enjoy it because it exposes me to new music. And this year was going to be a year of new music for me. However, here's a news article on the subject on Sky News. And the bit of this article that caught my attention was where they speak to some youngsters ostensibly about the Mercury Prize, but it's only a little short paragraph, but it goes into music in general. This pissed me off because I'm not sure that the youngsters of today deserve anything from musicians. Look at this. So there's a little bit here about how they think the Mercury Prize has changed with the idea of in the past buying a load of albums to experience music and the way it's changed these days with digital. Yeah, fine. We've covered that loads of times on this channel. The specific bit I want to talk about is down here, look. For the younger generation of music lovers, let me highlight that. For the younger generation of music lovers, nowadays, if an artist is exciting, they can be discovered and shared in an instant. Yeah, fine. I think that's suggesting that you don't need to go down the buying an album route. You can just then and there on your phone, on your Sonos, streaming, whatever. You can just listen to music, fine. Look at this bit here, right? There's a picture of them here. For Fraser, Caitlin and Magetta, music students, bear that in mind. Music students at Stoke Newington School in sixth form, which puts them at about 16, 17, 18. So we're not talking youngsters as in 5-year-olds here. We're talking about young adults, people who could do whatever they want with their lives right now. Can they? Can they buy cigarettes? Yeah, they can buy cigarettes. They can get married. For Fraser, Caitlin, Magetta, music students at Stoke Newington School in sixth form, the Mercury shortlist isn't even on their radar. The Mercury Prize, awarded for music that is sort of cutting edge, fresh, groundbreaking, whatever. You can be for the Mercury Prize, you can be against the Mercury Prize. There are plenty of people both ways, and we've talked about it in the comment section on this very channel, so that's fine. However, for these music students who are at that kind of age where you think they'd be wanting to experience stuff that's at least I was back then, stuff that would piss other people off or would be new or something that would be against what everyone else was listening to, fine. The Mercury shortlist isn't even on their radar. Let's read a bit more. I've never heard of it, Fraser says, slightly bemused looking at the artists who've made the list. A music student has never heard of the Mercury Prize, which has been running since like 92, and bands, cutting edge bands, whether they're cutting edge now or not isn't the point. Suede won it, Dizzy Rascal won it, Ronnie Size won it. Every year someone seems to win it who is new in some way and inspires others. Skepta last year, the whole surge of the grime movement with Stormzy this year. Whether you like it or not, it should figure, shouldn't it? Slightly bemused looking. Fraser is slightly bemused looking. Kate Tempest, if you remember, I really liked, is instantly dismissed. You know adults that say, oh yeah, we listen to rap, we're cool, that's this. Now Kate Tempest is a young girl, alright, who's setting poetry to music. You can call it rap, but it's poetry set to music. And in some ways, because not a lot of people have done that before, not in this manner, in some respects it's cutting edge. It is of the year, it is of this year, it is very, very 2017. But it's dismissed as being rap music that adults think is cool. Now I was listening to rap before these kids were born, fair enough, and I'm the sort of person, in fact if they watch this video, they'll hate me and everything I stand for. However, They've instantly dismissed Kate Tempest. Alt J. Alt J is whack and sounds like clown music. Now, there's plenty of people out there who don't like Alt J. But the album that was up for the Mercury this year was a very strange album, a very incomplete album in some respects. But it was interesting and it was thought out. And the songs all connect together, and the concept of having songs that flow from one to another. An artist that you can listen to many songs, not just a snapshot, but a piece of work, like a painting that took someone years to paint. That's what music can be, but not for Fraser. The Big Moon sounds dated. Yeah, I said that. Britpop sounds dated. That was a conversation I was going to have with Explosive Notes. Is sounding dated alone reason to dismiss something? Or is the idea of grabbing nostalgia and eating nostalgia and running with nostalgia, can that not be a point in itself? Ed Sheeran's album gets the most brutal response. I can't listen to it. Kill it. Turn it off. Now maybe they're onto something there, because it's popular to diss Ed Sheeran. However, I thought it was the youth who were going out and buying it. I'm obviously wrong. Perhaps they think it's the adults that are out. Perhaps they think it's people like me who are out there listening to Ed Sheeran. I can assure you it's not. This is where the whole point of this video comes up, and this is the next sentence is the reason why I knew I had to film this video, and the next sentence brings about the title of, do the youth of today deserve decent music? Do they deserve music at all? For these teenagers, the concept of even sitting through a whole album is alien. Now, we've spoken about this before, and we know that this is the modern youth. So they're no different. This is a snapshot in time of these people. But the concept of sitting through an album is alien. The concept of sitting through an album. You'll know as well as I do, my mercenaries, that this year I've been listening to whole works on vinyl by cutting edge modern bands like King Gizzard, but pieces of work that a band puts together to tell a story, or to at least get something across thematically. But for these teenagers, music students, the concept of even sitting through a whole album is alien. Holy mother of God. I get certain songs and put them into playlists on Spotify, Caitlin says. Magetta insists it would have to be an amazing album, not that she'd know because she never listens to albums. It would have to be an amazing album to get me to listen to the whole thing. Otherwise I get bored and I'd be like, no, enough of this. Holy crap. I mean, yeah, there are albums out there. There are a lot of albums out there, filler tracks where you want to skip. But these kids are missing out on proper pieces of work that are designed to be listened to right through. You know, headphone music for these kids, you know, whatever, dope smoking music, whatever. Holy shit. Holy shit. It would have to be an amazing album to get me to listen to the whole thing. Who's going to tell you, Magetta? Who's going to tell you it's an amazing album? Someone old like me? Because you're not going to listen to me. That's it, my mercenaries. That's the point of this video. I was just a little taken aback. I knew this was the case, but to read it from music students who have never heard of the Mercury Prize, the most cutting edge award, arguably, around, and who will not listen to albums. They will just construct songs they've heard off the radio, songs their friends have told them about, songs off YouTube probably. You know, as catchy, those hits on YouTube, the sort of songs that get 1 billion views that I've never heard of and we've done videos about before. Bloody Gangnam Style or whatever, you know. They're. For instance, in the Mercury Prize this year, Dinosaur, the jazz band, have only sold 1,000 copies of their album. Total, to date, 1,000 copies. And these kids are probably looking at a YouTube video that's had 17 billion views. That's their idea of cutting edge, that's their idea of good music, and that is the solitary song by that artist that they're going to put in their Spotify playlist. So the youth of today listen to playlists. Fine. I don't mind putting a playlist on for a mood or for a party or whatever. But the youth of today, music students no less, will not listen to an album. There's an old fart like me putting a concept album based on Apocalypse Now out into the world. There's no appetite for it. There's not even an appetite for destruction anymore. Because the only song on their playlist is Sweet Child of Mine. There's no Rocket Queen. There's no Rocket Queen. And remember, Sweet Child of Mine is old people's music. Does the youth of today deserve intelligent, thoughtful music? Does the youth of today deserve any music? Holy shit! Let me know in the comments below, my mercenaries. If you haven't subscribed already, please click subscribe. If you'd like to watch one of my other videos, please click one of the other videos. Thank you very much. Over and